my goodness, girl, you know how to lie, don't ya? It just come out your mouth so good and fluid. Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing fabulously today. I am just so excited about this article that Piers Morgan put out because it really sums up everything really nicely. And it really gives you a clear perspective and information on what has actually happened, what went down, and why what we're seeing now is it's just false. It's false. And it's not like Piers is trying to be this mean guy that's like toying things in Meghan's face, or I'm trying to say things that it's just it's like, when do you grow up and become the better version of yourself? When do you start to have that, you know, you step back, you look at yourself, and you be like, oh, I don't like that. When do you get that moment? Or does it ever happen? For some people, it never happens. But I think everything that Piers has done, even going way back to when he walked off the set at Good Morning Great Britain, he said it then and he says it now that he never believed her. And we can see now that he had every reason and right to say what he said, because what we're seeing now is coming true, that no one should believe anything that has been said with Meghan. And to talk about this is to keep the check and balances going. To talk about this and to call it out really helps to keep people in line who are trying to deceive the people with their narrative of fakeness and falseness and perpetration. Like, no, we're going to stop that perpetrating. We're going to stop trying to create something that is not the reality. We don't want to be blinded by all of this, you know, fluff and you know, fakeness. You know, we're trying to get to the real you, like real you. Where you at? And the only place or only way you're going to get to that real person that we're trying to, you know, see is when people call it out. When people have the responsibility to call out people who are not doing what they're supposed to do, especially as public figures and role models. And we should not rely on them to be the ones to give us their perspective of who they are, because they will deceive you and they will make you believe that they're one thing that they're not. Now, of course, we all want to put forth the better version of ourselves. I know I do. I'm not going to come up here in some rollers and some, you know, in my robe and start trying to talk about things. No, I'm going to put, you know, myself together, but I'm not going to try to be one thing and then be sneaky and devilish about who I really am, and not be real, not be the real person that I am or that I want to be. And I've been checked. And when I'm checked, I step back, I think, okay, you're right. You gotta smack down that big head, that ego, because like I said, ego is the biggest enemy of truth. And Harry and Meghan's ego is so big, they don't have the truth in them, and their ego needs to be deflated so we can get to the truth. But they don't want you to get to the truth, and this is why what Piers Morgan has said in his article is so relevant and hits the nail on the head. He says to put your gloating champagne away, Princess Pinocchio. Put it away, because we're going to break it down why having that champagne out and getting out your rebuttal or your victory speech as fast as that it did come out was really not a very smart thing to do. And I'm going to tell you why exactly. So he says that the court of public opinion is really going to put Meghan in her place, because we already know the truth. The whole reason why we had this court case, the whole idea, the whole court case in itself has really pulled the blinders down And we can see the real Meghan and Harry because of this court case now. And Meghan should have never brought this to court. But her ego, her feeling entitled for them trying to, how dare you put that letter out, you've invaded my privacy. You've invaded my privacy and my data, and that is copyright infringement. I'm gonna sue you. Like, that big head of saying and doing all those things is what got her in trouble. Had she not thought that she needed to check somebody, she should have just let it go. But because she didn't, she got found out. He says, the court of public opinion already knows your fork-tongued, devious, manipulative piece of work who only wants to protect your privacy so you can sell it. Exactly. She wants to sell us what she wants us to see. But what other people have and see and talk about with her, she wants those people to say, no, put it down. I want to sell that. I'm going to sue you. It's getting her in trouble. What does Piers say? Well, he goes on to say, if I tell you the truth, Mark Twain once observed, you don't have to remember anything. And this is the thing, when Meghan was talking about how she didn't remember speaking with or writing notes or just all the information that came out about her working with the author, she didn't remember that. If she were telling the truth, she would not have to have had that deception of forgetting that. But because she lied to say she didn't and she got found out, she had to lie again and say, oh, I forgot. I forgot about that. But if she just told the truth from the beginning, or just never did what she said she didn't do, then she wouldn't be in this situation, right? One thing all Meghan Markle's friends, the ones she hasn't cold on her steep to climb up the social ladder, say about her is that she has an amazing memory and attention to detail. Yes, she does, so much so that she is an actor. And one of the first things you learn as an actor is you learn memory techniques. You learn how to improve your memory. And if this is a woman who has worked on a television show for several years, she has pretty much gotten that down pretty well. So to say that you really didn't have a recollection, or you didn't remember that you talked to people about this, doesn't really give credibility to what you're saying, because as an actor, you know that you have to be good at memorizing things. And this is definitely something that you would not have forgotten. We all know that she really was telling a lie, but at the same time, on top of that, she's an actor and she's learned memorization techniques as part of her job. So just really proves more things to not take seriously or to accredit her with. And what this court case has really done, Piers is saying, is that it really did cement the uncomfortable relationship with the truth, thanks to the explosive bombshell that literally made a mockery of her repeated claims to have had no involvement in the biography Finding Freedom. Had Meghan not gone to court, we would have never known that she lied about the things that came out in the court case. We would have never known about it. And I can assure you, we will see more from the bullying investigation that is going on now with Meghan, and from other emails that may come out with the Supreme Court case, because we know that the Mail on Sunday or Associated Newspapers is actually going to take this all the way up to the Supreme Court. Yes, they are. So, it would be a little bit too early to start gloating right now. Today, when news broke that Meghan Markle had won her privacy battle with the Mail on Sunday. Now, her victory response was issued within seconds on regal notepaper adorned with a gold M under a gold crown. But Meghan, being true to who she is, on this gold aligned paper. Why would you even want to do that? Just show humility, humble yourself, but she can't do it. So the statement from the Duchess of Sussex, of course, we see it. You might think this is a curiously regal way of doing things, Piers says, for a woman. A woman who spends her entire time trashing the monarchy and smearing the royal family for being disgusting, call out racist. But you're going to use their likeness. You're going to use that title. So for all the other black women haters out there, start to look critically at what Meghan is doing. Don't be deceived by this illusion. Look at what she's done. She has taken this piece of paper, adorned it with this fancy M on paper with a crown in gold, in a gold letter, and is going to use it to gloat essentially about her winning. But the only reason why she has that ability to put this on a piece of paper that looks like this piece of paper is because she married into this family, but yet at the same time going to trash these people. To look, if you can't see how wrong that is, something's wrong with you. Go have your head checked because you got some issues. Let's be very clear about what Meghan won today. Let's be very clear about what she actually won, because the way she is gloating from her mansion on this piece of paper makes me think she's just sitting there and thinking that she's helping to pull together everybody during, troubling times. I'm your savior today, y'all. I'm here to help save y'all from the tabloids. They is trying to hurt you, but I'm your savior, the princess, the duchess here in Montecito. I'm here to help save you from the tabloids, because it can happen to you. Oh yeah, it can happen to you. So give me my praise, because I'm here to help you. What they published was from this estranged letter that Meghan's estranged father, Thomas Markle, they printed too much of the letter. That really is the central issue that what Meghan is gloating about. That is what she won. That, hey, the mail on Sunday, y'all just used too much of that letter, and the court said, yeah, y'all used too much, and that's the reason why they say, quote, she won. So had they run less of the article, the judges on Monday would have said, okay, well, this is okay. That's the issue. That is really the only thing. Okay, so to be precise, 585 words were actually used out of the 1,250 words in the letter. But because they used too much, this is why they, quote, lost. It really just seems like a technicality to me. And Piers is eating it up as he should, because Piers Morgan really has, I think, the best insight into all of this, because he's had firsthand experiences from Meghan from when he was an associate or when he was communicating with her. He had pleasantries with her. They spoke, they met, things were great. But then as soon as Meghan got into the royal family, she turned on Piers and she turned on her own family. And Piers has firsthand knowledge of this. And this is why I believe he is the best source for the information that he speaks about, because he's speaking from his own personal experience. He's speaking as a journalist who can see objectively into what has actually happened. And also he can look into Meghan's behavior and see how she's conniving. And so me speaking about this is giving insight into something that is coming from somebody who is very reputable in their analysis of everything that's going on. And it's worth returning to Meghan's victory statement again here. So now Piers is going back into her victory statement to the bit where she says, from day one, I have treated this lawsuit as an important measure of right versus wrong. This is what she is saying. So she's obviously trying to show, there's a right way to do something. There's a wrong way. And the way she's doing it is the right way. And the way the Mail on Sunday's doing it is wrong. Really? Okay, so let's see. As for twisting facts and profiting from lies and the pain that they create, now Meghan should know all about that after the Oprah Winfrey interview. I said this in my other interview, of course. There were so many lies in that Oprah Winfrey interview, provable lies, and things that she said were very, very damaging to the royal family and Prince Harry as well. So Piers really has a grasp on it in a way that I think if anybody should be calling her out, it should be Piers Morgan, because he has got the girl figured out. Let's just keep it real. He's got her figured out, and he's going to keep those checks and balances on her, because imagine if she could just go off and create anything that she wanted to make us believe. How much deception would be involved in that? Where is the reality? Where is the truthfulness of who this person is? This is why we have to continue to speak about it and talk about it and make this be something that no one's going to tolerate someone trying to get over on the people. Like, we're supposed to just be like, oh, they just so nice. She's a duchess. She's trying. She's just trying. Look what she doing. Look what she doing. She helping the people. And she made a lot of money too. Yeah, she made a lot of money, and she all eating that nice. What they doing? They going out there and they stay helping the people. They helping the people. And they living this really great and grandiose lifestyle. And it's all just to make people think that, they are really doing something to help for the greater good. But at the same time, living off the hog. Living this exuberant lifestyle, not a modest lifestyle, not a lifestyle that showing that they are meeting their basic needs and necessities, but overly indulging in this extreme uber lifestyle while claiming to help people and being completely false to that narrative. Because without the people that needed help, she wouldn't have this overindulgent lifestyle to begin with. So it makes no sense. It really does not make any sense at all. People are really starting to figure it out. And I think that's because people have been calling it out. They've been looking at this and being like, you ain't getting over on us. As far as twisting facts and profiting from lies in the pain that they create, Meghan should know all about that after the Oprah Fibathon, which contained a myriad of demonstrable falsehoods designed to cause maximum damage to the royal family. And what I think is so egregious is that you're going to make up lies. You're going to create a narrative that you want to sensationalize at the cost of benefiting yourself, to be looked at as the savior of the people. Wasn't it good that she went into that royal family and she then came out and told us everything we need to know about those royals and how they didn't deceive the people? And look at how they did that to that black girl. Look how they done treated that black girl. We just love you, Meghan. We just love you so much because you saved us from those evil royals. Yes, you just saved us. The queen perpetrating. We got all those races up in there. They didn't want to give your black child a title. Isn't that just so wrong? The former aide said Prince Harry told him, I totally agree that we have to be able to say we didn't have anything to do with it. Harry said this in an email. Oh, and this is the same Harry, you guys, now that is leading a global campaign on disinformation. But behind the scenes, he is out there trying to show that he's doing something that he is trying to say he had nothing to do with. Now, yet we're supposed to believe that she couldn't remember extensively cooperating with the book written specifically to promote her and Harry's version of the truth, and something that was published just last year, right? And we know that Miss Oprah Winfrey did help them with their version of the truth, which is simply your version of things, and it ain't the truth. Let's just get that straight right now, because it ain't the truth. It just ain't. The Court of Appeal said that it had noted the Duchess's apologies and concluded that was at best an unfortunate lapse of memory on her part. I had someone in my comments say that they really did not believe she had a lapse of judgment. This is some kind of British saying. I think that, yeah, they're just being cynical. They're just being cynical. We know that you did remember, and keep it moving, girl. Just keep it moving. Just shut your mouth. Keep it moving. Don't even try to cover that up. Just stop. Okay. So, but the court of public opinion was far less carefully worded in its withering social media verdict on Princess Pinocchio. Her literally amnesia. Meghan's brazen fibs about the book confirmed what people like me have been saying about her for a while. We've been seeing this for a long time, that things just don't add up. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And as I said on that fateful episode of Good Morning Britain, after watching the Oprah interview, I wouldn't trust her with the weather report. And of course, the massive irony is that she vehemently denied a story the tabloids repeatedly reported. And the tabloids turned out to be, can I hear it? Correct. She can claim victory all she would like after this court case. But all it really did was expose her real character to the world.